Now I'm recording. Hello. Hello, YouTube. I'm organized and good at things. Don't worry about it. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. You didn't miss that much. This is Love Limit. It's a game about an alien invader that we have to smooch, I believe. Not played it yet. That's my memory of the synopsis. Made by Winking Corvid Games. We're on our second day of the festival, which is all about smooching games. Not smooching games, you understand. It's about smooching games. You get me. You know what I'm talking about. Fury is in the Choose Wisely Festival, which is very funny because it's a boss rush game with only 2 choices in it. Welcome in 20 yards. I'm not checking that one out, but that is interesting to know. I guess that choice does matter. Those can end the game. Is this Space Invaders? Well, this screen is, but as far as I've seen, we can't play Space Invaders. Which is a real shame, because, you know, Free's like 10 years older. Well, quite a few of these games in the festival are decently old, I think. They're not all new games, but a lot of them are. I think a lot of the ones I'm checking out are either in development or quite new. Looking straight for info about what to wear. Well, I don't know exactly what fashion we've got going on, but this guy's got a cape, which is never a bad shout. Also, welcome in, Mum. How are you doing? Right. Shall we play the game? Shall we see what's the deal with the alien twink? Let's find out. Let's see what the deal is. The last dregs of my 3rd cup of coffee slide down my throat like cold brown sludge. That's probably because it is cold brown sludge. I'm done. Officially. We're getting the bill and going home. Please, Aaron, let's wait a little more. I'm sure he has a great reason for being late. That's what you said 2 refills ago. I meant it as much then as I do now. He swore he'd come. I should put jammies and a dressing gown on like my style hero PNG tuber. Let's go. That is also what I'm wearing. IRL. Clothes are for rubes. Yeah, well, I don't know what ghost you set me up with, but I agreed to a date. 1 date, Lynn. I gesture at the coffee shop around us. What? Lynn? May I ask what precisely you're doing with your mouth? I'm trying... It's like, it's a little pout, but goes up at the end, which is hard to replicate, but I'm gonna keep trying. This is how I'm going to talk the rest of the stream. Oh, could you imagine? I gesture at the coffee shop around us. And all I got this afternoon was ridiculously overpriced caffeine at $9.50 when I could have made some at home for free. At least they offered free refills? Considering the server glared like she could vaporize me whenever she came over, I paid in stress for each refill. I think she would have been less annoyed if we ordered food. My sister slouches back in her chair at the choice look I give her. Love these expressions. This says so much with so little. We're stuck in this cafe because I humoured her. She's had so much success playing matchmaker among her friends that my time finally came around. And as it's what she wants to do professionally, I caved after her endless poking and prodding. I know today isn't going as planned, but can we try to see the bright side of things? For starters, we got a good walk in. You mean that thing I do every morning on my way to work? Good attention to detailed mouth shapes. I expect nothing less from a smooching. That's how you know it's gonna be good. And as a walker, you'd know anything could have happened to your date while he was on his way here. Oh, really? Such as... anything! A car accident, accidentally opening the save menu, a robbery or a family emergency. What if you missed the bus and had to hitchhike? That's her overactive imagination going wild again. For 2 hours? For all we know, all those incidents happened in succession. It's not impossible. Imagine if his leg got caught in a grinder, or a car splashed his new clothing with mud, or... Then he should be mature enough to let me know. Those 2 hours of my life aren't coming back. Okay, I understand, but please, for me, can't we wait 30 more minutes? I worked so hard to set this up. Yeah, no. I'd rather go home. The only thing waiting for us at home is that stream you were watching. And the total solace of relaxing in my bed. Yeah, let's do it. Let's fucking go. I hear there's a festival going on right now about narrative games. A bunch of streamers are taking part in it. Come on, that 24-hour fish stream isn't going anywhere. You know, Aaron, you, like, maybe you can find other things to do with your time. Then again, maybe we all need a bit more 24-hour fish stream. Maybe just one day, switch off your brain, just watch fish. Go full cat mode. It's not even important, it's for cats. Aaron, come on. It's super important. Somebody needs to ring the doorbell so those fish can migrate. What? I don't know what that means. This is why I'm concerned about you. Nobody else is spending their entire weekend on that. They go out and meet people, have grand adventures, get married, have 19 kids. Okay, I feel that the proportion of the population that is going out and having 19 kids is, you know, pretty small. So you know, there were over 100 people in the live stream before we left. It's the salmon run one where watchers let fish through a gate. I don't think I've seen that one. That's fascinating and also wild about how we've developed as a society. Random people around the world are going to press a doorbell so that migration can happen? I don't feel like we should be getting involved in that. Although, I don't know, maybe it's about population control stuff. Yowie morning, everyone. Yowie morning to you too, Smilky. Go out and meet people. Ugh. People with 19 kids don't need to go out and meet people. They just wait for their parents to arrange the marriage. Child having George is an outlier and shouldn't have been counted. That's even more concerning. Pass me your phone, please. Maybe you sent a message in the app? I slide my phone across the table towards my sister. Whoa, charge your phone! Why do you always walk around with 20% battery? It was at 50% before we left. My sister just shakes her head. 2 taps later, the Greet Up logo flashes across the screen. I prefer to stay in and meet people. I mean, yeah, relatable. I left everything from my password to creating my profile in the app to Lynn. Lame, there were no messages from him. Whoever my sister set me up with, it's clear they aren't coming. If anything, the hours I've waited for a total stranger are more than generous at this point. While Lynn has put a ton of effort into this, I'm ready to call it quits. I'm getting coffee jitters, I'm hungry, and I have to work early tomorrow. I'd prefer to be at home, relaxing in my bedroom, than to spend even another $1 here. I've toughed it out thus far because Lynn means well, but is that enough? We gotta go watch them fish. We wanna see the fish. Lynn, I love you, and I know you wanted this to work out, but let's just go. We've wasted enough time here today. It's a lurking day for you, and that's more than fine. Thank you so much for coming by, Sarah. I hope work goes okay. But, okay, I understand. I hate to break her heart, but whoever this date was, I doubt he's worth this long of a wait. I flag the waitress down, and my defeated sister pays the bill. She tips well, considering we took up considerable time in the service section. Hey, chin up. How about we stop and grab takeout on the way home? Are you really okay with that? I'd have to feed you anyway. This saves us some dishes. Can we order fried chicken? We sure can. And we did exactly that. Lynn and I carried our spoils home and spent the rest of the evening watching a movie and eating. And then Earth blew up. Yeah! It was such a marvelous time that we completely missed the alien invasion until the loud vaporizing bangs rang out. Woo! Ending 1! Turns out ghosting an alien invader is a bad idea. Must have been some damn good diction. I mean, it must have been, right? Well, that's all our time for Love Limit. Thank you, everyone, for happy end. All right, let's go on with what the game wants us to do. No, please, you gotta stick around. I don't want to stick around. I want to watch fish all day. No, you can't watch fish all day. Don't go doing that. But what if I want to watch fish all day? Come on, you know you gotta stick around for another half an hour. Well, I suppose if I don't, I get the strange premonition that the aliens are gonna land and destroy us. Play the Crusader game instead now? I'm not. Unless there's smooching in it, in which case, maybe. We'll stick around for 30 more minutes. 30 minutes more. That's all they're getting. Following that, we're seriously leaving. Of course. Gosh, thank you so much. You're more invested in this than I am. I won't be the case for long. He's super cute. He's some kind of twink. My friend Tony is all about him. How do I tell my sister it takes vastly more than that to impress me? Or rather, how can I share that in a way she'd pass? My phone rings. I have a notification. Are those my dailies? No, it's a message from him. Which apparently didn't come when we tried to leave last time. My sister abandons her seat and squishes in next to me. Look! He said he's sorry for being so late and that he's stuck at work. I knew he wouldn't flake on you. This is great! He said it'll be done once he completes one last task. But a jerk tells you that 2 hours later. Maybe he's got a horrible boss? I could seriously make a novel out of all the excuses you give other people. Unfortunately for my sister, 30 minutes comes and goes without another word from my mysterious date. And then the aliens land! I collect my bags and pay the bill wordlessly. Lynn follows behind me like a sulking dog. Her head is down, her eyes are dewy, tail between her legs. We're really going? Yes, we are. 30 minutes is 30 minutes. But he texted! Lynn, enough. You already agreed. Okay. Still sucks, though. Look, you can set me up on another date some other time. Preferably with someone who actually shows up. I tug the cafe door open, but the world rumbles around me. At first, I fear I'm shaking profusely from all the caffeine I gulped down, but when everyone around me gasps, ducks under tables, and tucks into door frames, I think better of it. I huddle my sister beneath a table, but she seizes my arm when I don't join her. Where are you going? To check outside. Get under the table! Enough people are recording on their phones that somebody will catch something. I'll be away for 5 seconds. That's all it takes! Her fingers dig into my arm and her eyes beg me to stay. I can't leave. She's too terrified to be left alone. So, I join her under the table. I'm digging this tune. The sky outside turns red and the cafe's trembling intensifies. Glassware tumbles off shelves, framed decor crashes into the ground. People cry out and cover their heads amidst the shatters and thuds. Screaming drowns out the rest. What is that? What's happening? Oh God, what are those? My sister squeezes me as if holding onto me will save her life, but I peek out from under the table. Thousands of sources descend from the crimson sky outside, each of them blaring that horrible noise I heard before the screaming started. What the hell? Are those spaceships? Oh my God! Catch that on camera! This is my chance to go viral! God damn it, Stranger D! Can't you think of anything else? I can't breathe. The smooth metallic exteriors of each ship are terribly alien. The engines blast purple flames. Every one of those 1,000 a romance option. Sir, they're really alien. Oh, sis? That makes more sense. Who are you talking to? Sis, are they really aliens? I don't know what else those could be. I squeeze back under the table with my sister and yank out my phone. My cricket feed explodes with chirps and chimes. And then I go and check social media. The trending tags are all about aliens, spaceships, and the concerningly red sky. My timeline is an endless scroll of the descending spaceships from various angles in different countries. All the electronics in the cafe emit a horrendous screech. I drop my phone, but Lynn catches it. A live video overrides the social media app I was on. Featured in it is some man with a legion of soldiers behind him. Actually, he's on every screen in the vicinity. My sister pales. By now, you'd think I'd know the optimal way to deliver these speeches. Someone shrouded in darkness whispers to the man on the broadcast. Oh, are we live? Well... Hello, Earthians. My name is Egan, and I'm the prince of the planet Ornthan. How we doing, Tony? How we holding up? I expect my name will be seared into your minds shortly, since I'm taking over this planet as its supreme overlord. Whitehead twink time. I suggest you surrender within the hour. If you do not, then we shall continue our subjugation with force. Egan stares off screen. I fear what drew his attention, especially as I hear jet planes and helicopters. Right on cue, as predicted. This shall be a quick lesson for those with dreams of resistance and grandeur. Gunfire erupts outside and the crimson sky flashes with red, orange, and white. They're firing at the ships outside! What, already? I glance outside in time to see the attacking helicopters and planes sucked into a black void. They vanish in a twinkling spray of particles most RPG attacks could only hope to emulate. You're welcome to waste your resources attacking us, but we shall absorb everything fired at us. Your world isn't the first to try a counterattack, and it won't be the last. As I have a prior engagement I'm over 2 hours late for, that's the end of this broadcast. A gut-wrenching dread digs into my stomach hearing those words. My gaze slowly meets my sister's. She's paler and sweatier than when I last looked at her. Lynn, why are you so sweaty? To the one I've promised to meet, you have my sincerest apologies for the delay. As I finish my business, I'm on my way. An image appears beside the figure on the broadcast. My face squints back at me. I seize my sister. Lynn, what is that photo of me? I'm sorry! He said he wasn't from here and I skimmed the paragraph he sent. The entire world is seeing a photo of me where I look like a bona fide cryptid caught in a sneeze, and that's all you have to say? He's the only guy in the app who said you looked cute. You gave my information to an alien! But he's a super cute alien! I stare down at my phone. Egan waves enthusiastically at the camera. Erin, I can't wait to meet you. I curse in so many languages that my sister covers her ears. Lorem ipsum designers! Clothes shoes! Incredible. As the invaders descend from their spaceship into our city center, our governor throws himself at their feet. Wait! Rather than surrender, there must be something else we could offer you! You could stop delaying me, scrimp. Move it. But we should have a chance to save ourselves, please! Egan taps his chin. Subjugating worlds is all that interests me, but my father has been on an awful bit about me settling down. So, I propose this. The champion of this world shall be the person I'm already scheduled to meet. What? But you must pick someone who represents the people! I already chose them. There's no better representation than that. I wheeze. My youthful years drain out of me from the immense stress of Egan's announcement. All conflicts on Ornthon are decided through duels between individuals. Only through triumphant victory can matters be settled. Demands are a victor's rights. So, if your champion can best me in a duel, I'll reconsider ruling this planet. That's insane! You're against some young person who's barely lived their life! I've held a charge saber since the pleasant age of 2, that's no excuse. Please reconsider! You can't place the fate of the world in some random citizen's hands! My answer is final. Besides, my date already agreed to a duel. We can simply change what's at stake. Excuse me? I snatch my phone from my sister and furiously backread her chat and greet up. Egan sent an offensively long paragraph in which he speaks excitedly about the date and 30% of it. The rest is a glorified terms and services contract about a duel. Actually, he didn't agree to a date at all until we finished the duel that precedes the entire process. Did you actually read any of this? It's too long. I skimmed it. You know nobody ever actually reads paragraphs that long. Wait, please reconsider, please. The broadcast cuts out. I knew it was a bad idea to go out and meet people. Len! Why would you do this to me? This happens every time you go on a blind date. This is 100% what happens every single time to everyone. Everyone in the restaurant stares at me. I love the facial expressions in this game. If I sprint home right now, I think I can make it. That, or I can dig myself a hole deep enough to hide in until this passes. Gosh, can you believe this? I really can't. Actually, no, I don't want to. This isn't happening. You have plenty of life experience. Why was the governor so rude? I grab my sister and shake her. Is that the most important part of the situation right now? My sister's head bobs back and forth. She wobbles like a wet noodle. What am I gonna do, Lynn? Hate him? Duel him? Can you unscramble your brains for 3 seconds, please? The fate of the universe is in my hands. I can barely walk down the stairs without tripping, but you expect me to challenge an alien? I lurch out from under the table, banging my head in the process. It's a bad look, and certainly a terrible start. Ah, damn it. We're making a run for it. But we already agreed to their terms. You agreed to his terms. You! There was no me in this equation! But I did all of this with your consent. I gave consent thinking you set me up with... Forget it! We need to go! You could duel him, sis. Buy time so he might catch the common cold, or some hackers can make a computer virus to shut off their ships or something? Now isn't the time for film references. I'm panicking here! I grab my sister's arm and rush for the door. It bangs open seconds before I reach it. Egan's shocking white hair, red eyes. That's quite an expression you got there, Egan. And regal extraterrestrial garb appear before me. Swoons.
Aaron, I'm here for our duel.
No, please, no. I duck behind the nearest plant. Unfortunately, it's way too skinny. Egan's gaze burns into me.
You are Aaron, yes?
Who? Me? No, I don't know who that is.
But you're clearly her.
Damn, starring gets everywhere these days. I scoop up some glasses I spy on a nearby table. What's a good fake name? What's a good fake name? Rebecca! Yeah! Rebecca, that's right! I'm Rebecca. Erin is my cousin. She had to go home. A nasty bout of food poisoning got her.
Food poisoning? You Earthians put poison in your food?
No, we don't. I just meant...
Seems you've evolved beyond what Andel gave you credit for.
Wait, you're misunderstanding.
I'll keep that information in mind when sampling your local cuisine.
Egan whips out a device and flashes the horrible photo my sister dead set as my profile picture.
Are you certain the person in this image isn't you? It's a perfect match.
In what universe is that me?
I have my doubts, but I suppose if my date didn't show, then I'll move on.
Oh, thank goodness.
Seems I'm subjugating this planet ahead of schedule.
Oh no, that's worse! Hold on a moment. Theoretically, if I am Aaron, what do you plan to do?
Duel, of course.
What does a duel entail?
As I'm at an advantage, I'd let the other party decide. It's part of custom.
So it's not some duel to the death?
It can be. Is that what you Earthians like?
Wait, no snap judgments! I tug off the glasses. I am your duel partner.
So you are.
He's alarmingly radiant when he smiles.
I'm thrilled you've embraced the challenge, duel partner.
If I lose, are you seriously enslaving Earth?
Enslave is an inadequate term, even. Enslave is an inadequate term. We aren't savages who'll doom you all.
By the sounds of that, perhaps everything will work out?
Instead, we'll bleed this planet of its resources and assimilate everyone who survives into Orthonian culture.
That's so much worse! But if I win, you'll spare this planet, right?
If those are your terms following the end of our duel, then yes.
In that moment, I recall everything I love and loathe about planet Earth. The odds are in favor of what I love, considering all my loved ones, friends, and favorite creatives live here with their friends and loved ones. Okay, I'll do it. We'll duel. My stomach is queasy with nerves at Egan's wolfish grin. Ugh! Yeah, no, I get it. Me too. Me too, me. I'm first asking what Orthonian society is like. Yeah.
Perfect. Name your game. How we do combat is your decision.
I rack my mind for what an alien invader would be terrible at. And alternatively, anything I'm so eerily good at that it'd save humanity. Watching fish migrate. The pressure is duly on since everyone who was under a table earlier is filming me now. Let's just put a quick save down. Because I get the feeling there might be an option coming up that will indeed lead to a game over again. And that's quite a lot of text to have to try and skip through. I glance at my sister and she gives me a thumbs up. Okay, how about we try a children's card game? Words on the stream. How about we try a children's card game? Wait, a duel, huh? Let's try a children's card game. The crowd surrounding us gasps, but a select few laugh or groan. I expected Egan to fall within the latter, but he smirks.
Perfect choice.
It is?
Yes, it's been decades since I've had the pleasure.
Wait. He runs his palm down his right arm from his wrist to his elbow and a mechanical chime rings out in the cafe. God damn it! This man's ready for Yu-Gi-Oh! An arc of light covers his forearm and a dual platform latches into place with precise clicks. He was ready!
Assemble your deck, challenger.
But I have no deck on hand. I didn't expect him to know what I was talking about, let alone be so prepared. On what other planet did you practice this that I don't have the advantage? Bet it's too late to back out. Out of curiosity, is it possible to change the means we use to duel now?
Nope. The first decision is final.
Figured. And then you'll have to excuse me long enough for me to drop by my house and return. My old deck is at home under my bed.
No need to dawdle.
Egan whistles and two guards appear behind him.
You called, Supreme Leader? Fetch her cards. I'm brimming with anticipation for our battle, and I will not have it delayed.
At once, Supreme Leader. They vanish in a shower of light particles. Don't you need my address?
We have that information. And I'll catalog the details of every Earthian on this planet.
There are so many privacy violations in that sentence. My brain tries to comprehend how they could have possibly accomplished that. But when I consider the number of corporations determined to squeeze every last detail out of everyone for advertising profit ventures, it suddenly makes a ton of sense. Please tell me they added a full card game for this. Another piece of evidence the ancient Egyptians taught aliens how to play card games in exchange for learning how to draw a triangle. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was right all along! They tried to warn us! The zappy whoosh of the guards returning brings me back to reality. Supreme Leader, we've retrieved the object! They plot my box of cards onto the table.
Let me know when your preparations are complete.
I realize that I'm really doing this. I have no choice. I ease into the booth to swiftly rebuild my deck. Egan gives me some privacy. My hands shake terribly by the time I'm finished. Most of the rules are a jumbled mess in my head because of nerves. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. He joins me at the table, settling in comfortably across from me.
Then let us begin.
Egan draws a third of his deck on his first turn. I can barely keep up with the long string of combos he strings together through a dozen cards. By the time it gets to my turn, his side of the table is packed with cards that would be the envy of competitive players. How did he even get these in outer space? I look at the opening hand I've drawn. I've never built any deck with tournament play in mind. I've always built silly themed decks full of rarely used shenanigans. And somehow, today of all days, that's what saved me.
I've lost?
Egan scans the board state. There's no mistake. I beat him. I actually won? She won! We're saved! Everyone in the cafe cheers and crowds around me to celebrate my victory. Egan's fist slams down on the table. Everything falls silent.
This can't be! My deck's a tournament ready! We must play again!
But I beat you.
Best 2 out of 3!
30 minutes later, when I've defeated him a second time, Egan slumps over in the booth. The crowd cheers again. Would you like to go best 3 out of 5? I shouldn't tempt fate by asking, but I'm actually having fun playing this old card game again.
No, once is a fluke. Twice is the truth.
Is that some Monthonian saying? He drifts a palm over his arm and his dual platform disappears.
As you are the victor of our match, you may name your terms.
I'm so shocked by the fact I beat him that nothing feels real for a moment. I can demand anything of Egan at this moment, and he must honor it. Oh no, the twink is sad.
What are your victor's demands?
Will you really give me anything I ask for?
Yes, so long as it's within my power.
There's a certain inflection to his tone that gives me pause. Earlier, his gaze held a touch of amusement and dwindling interest, but now he's gazing at me the way I probably look at animals I want to pet. Earlier, oh, that's the same thing. Smooch, smooch, smooch! I mean... the fact that we've had one choice that ends the game outright is making me a bit more cautious about the ones I choose. Yeah, hey, please don't destroy Earth. Or, you know, all of that. Then I'd appreciate it if you didn't subjugate our planet. Egan huffs.
You picked the most boring thing you could have asked for. But sure, done.
Thank you.
I've given this planet amnesty. Move the ships. As you command, Supreme Leader.
His alien comrade appears and vanishes so fast I have whiplash. Thought Egan was talking to himself. Egan snaps his fingers and the red world outside regains its proper colours. Well, I'm happy he kept his word, but it must be stressful having everyone act on everything you say the second you say it.
Is your heart made of antimatter? Why would you rescue your planet?
It's the right thing to do. I like it here well enough. His gaze is incredibly peculiar because of its immense intensity. If that's all, I'd like to head home before the stress of all this actually hits me. I'd like to crash in private. Egan rises from the table when I do.
Wait.
Did you need something else?
Yes. You.
Huh? What?
I haven't had such a thrilling match in eons.
You're welcome. Goodbye now. He kneels before me with a fist across his chest. My thoughts spin so fast it makes me dizzy. Why is he kneeling? What's the fastest way out of this conversation?
Marry me.
A shock of gasps flood the cafe. My sister squeals like she saw her favourite boy band celebrity. A shock of gasps. Smooch, smooch, smooch! Do we want to marry him outright, though? Immediately? Nah, bud, we just met you. This alien's crazy. Sorry, but no.
That's unfortunate.
He bows his head and then raises it after a moment. Why is there no ask for terms option? Exactly! You've gotta woo me a bit first. Come on, where's the romance?
I've never been so utterly smitten with another being in my entire existence. Please reconsider marrying me. The resources of millions of planets would be at your disposal.
You can't be serious.
I'm completely serious.
Wait, did he say millions of planets? What kind of stuff would aliens accumulate? Hold on, I'm getting sucked in by greed. That's enough. Look, it's a no. We don't know each other.
I'll remedy that during all the years we spend together.
Please stand up.
I'll marry you.
I don't want a husband.
Then I'll be your wife.
Now, wasn't the issue? Egan reaches inside his clothing and tugs out the fanciest space rock I've ever laid eyes upon. It hums and glows with ethereal blue light. It's so gorgeous, in fact, that I have to suppress my baser instincts to snatch up his shiny as if he was some boss I defeated in an RPG. I'm no better than a crow. Look at his little face! Look at his little face! Aww. He's winning me over. I already said no. Goodbye. I seize my sister and sprint home so fast I probably set a new world record. The wind in my ears drowns out Egan's protests. Our front door slams closed. I twist both locks into place and struggle to catch my breath. My heart pounds so hard that I feel like I'm choking. This is right up there in the top 5 worst days of my life, Lynn. My sister leans against our front door, laughing. What do you mean? That was amazing! I'd have accepted his proposal if I were you. Do you know how much publicity you'd get? You're more than welcome to go back for him. Absolutely not. He adores you, Queen of Games. Quit it! Gosh, think about how popular my matchmaking business would have been if you'd accepted. We could afford a house. We'd be better off than someone who won the lottery. I clutch my head at the psychic damage her words deal me. No, we're forgetting today ever happened. You literally just saved the planet, but you expect that to happen? From now on, I don't exist. I'm gonna lay so low, people will walk over me without realizing I'm a person. My sister cackles with sheer delight and eases away from the front door. She rubs my back comfortingly. Okay, I'm done teasing you. But seriously, what you just accomplished is phenomenal. You saved the planet from invasion. I guess it is pretty cool, huh? It's beyond that! You're amazing! It'll be even more amazing to put all this behind me. You bet it will. And what better way to do that than having takeout before going to bed? Of course, if there's anything my sister never forgets, it's food and romance. Sure, pass me my phone. I head to bed with my stomach full and relax into a dreamless sleep. I don't know where those aliens will go, but I'll take solace in the fact everything will be back to normal tomorrow. Most certainly they will. There is bound to be zero chance that things tomorrow will be strange or unusual. Two hunks of metal close over my arms the following morning with a firm clank. I glance up at the two alarmingly beautiful, fragile-looking men who cuffed me before I could have a sip of coffee in my living room. Wait, that's not my actual name. Oh no, you're the aliens, that's fine.
Rebecca Reeves, you're being detained. Do not resist.
The peaceful sleep I had last night drifts away in the wind. Lynn's as still as a statue nearby with half a bagel in her mouth. I'm sorry, why?
Did you think your life would go back to normal after what you did?
Lynn, what's going on? I don't know either. They're both cute, so I opened the door. Every day I worry more that my sister will be kidnapped by someone who tricks her into joining the black market solely because they're beautiful. Is that seriously the only reason you opened our door? When she looks away guiltily, I give up. She and I may live on the same planet, but clearly we don't exist in the same universe. We haven't since childhood. Tony, real quick, this you? This you, Tony? Real quick. Teal, welcome in, lovely. How are you doing? I'm sorry, but again, why am I being arrested? Better yet, do you have a warrant? Handsome Alien B twirls his glimmering locks and produces a document.
Do you think we're brutes? Of course we have a warrant. You violated Section B of Ornthonian law, which mandates you must honor all agreed-upon terms of a duel.
But I dueled Egan and won. Our business was over.
It wasn't.
Are you kidding? What did I miss?
Well, your date, of course.
I'm about to tear my hair out.
You agreed here in Greet Up that following an amicable duel, you'd partake in a casual date. As that portion of the agreement was left unfulfilled yesterday, you're being detained.
A massive breakfast-themed sandwich. Can I have one? Please. Well, just doesn't even have to be a massive one. Just a huge one. You can't be serious.
We're completely serious. And how could you be so cruel, Earthian? Our prince remained in the cafe until closing for the likes of you.
Bring your own egg, though. I used to let. That's fair enough. I can bring an egg. If there's anything people should know about Rebecca Reeves, is that she can bring her own egg.
He's the laughingstock of your planet now. There are clips of him all over your infernal apps, WooTube and Wickwalk, of him abandoned in that cafe.
Alien B whips out a device that looks eerily like a tablet. There are thousands of trending videos of Egan alone at the table I ditched him at. Did he just sit there in silence for hours? Imagine being the staff at that cafe having to just sidle over and be like, excuse me, sir, the cafe's closing now. We have to ask you to leave the premises. In his wedding dress. Oh, Egan. Countless compilations have a desaturated Egan with rain effects and sand violin playing in the background. Others have edited various sparkles, flowers, or animal ears onto him and are worshipping him as their new internet baby girl. Tony? Hi, manager. I can't come to work today. It looks like Kreb is streaming a dating game. I'm streaming multiple dating games, Teal, so yeah, you better be ready. Sorry, yeah, that was me. Tony learned video editing solely for this. You must be kidding. I saved the world and they turned the alien overlord, who absolutely would have subjugated Earth, into a meme. I'd laugh if it wouldn't worsen my situation. Instead, I adjust my glasses. Wait, I don't wear glasses. Are these the ones I snatched yesterday? I take the glasses off and silently apologize to the stranger I snagged them from as I tuck them into my breast pocket.
Look, they're...
Hang on a sec. It's gonna take me a sec to get this line out, I think. The music isn't helping. Oh no, I've got the giggles, help. Look! They're calling him Rizless! We know what that means! We looked it up!
He waited 4 whole hours for you to return, and now his reputation is tarnished.
Is that the real reason I'm being arrested?
No, you're being arrested as per the warrant terms. This is but an extra transgression of yours.
Okay, so I just have to date Egan to make amends, right? Where's our new date location? Prison? It was a joke, but the Orthonians look at me like I'm some kind of deranged savage.
It's with great reluctance that we escort you back to the mothership. You'd do well to keep your mouth shut until then.
Well, that should be easy enough. Is this really going? I doubt I have another choice.
You could resist, but then we'd have to seal you in the transport cube. As I'm sure you've never condensed to 1/9 of your size before, I suggest you come willingly.
Yeah, I definitely don't want whatever that is. Okay, lead me to Egan. Let's get this over with. Me in the cube. I'm just saying, I think just for a little while, being condensed to 1/9 one's own typical size, I think that would help a lot of my issues. Just for a little bit. You know? Feels like the ultimate weighted blanket. Just saying. I wish, yeah, exactly. Being compressed, it feels nice. The inside of the mothership is concerningly clean and sterile, and everything around me glows and hums. Handsome alien A and B stand guard beside me, showing no signs of leaving. I guess they don't trust me not to bolt again, which, as ill-advised as it would be, is absolutely something I'd do. I'm terrified out of my mind, but I'm quite immaculate at masking it, all things considered. I have all those years in customer service to thank for that. Cube me up, Space Daddy! Welcome in, Juno, how are you doing? A space door slides open and an alien wearing similar clothes to Egan comes through.
There you are, contract violator.
He dismisses the aliens that escorted me with a wave of his palm. Oh, to be crushed under a giant woman.
I trust they filled you in on why you're here.
Yes, sir.
Good, then I'll skip the formalities. You have validated. That's quite the opposite. You have violated Orthonian dual law, but we're offering you a chance at reparations.
I get it. Where's Egan? I'll apologize and then take him out on our date. As an undercut? Tony, I'm beginning to think you're gonna love everyone in this species. I'll apologize and then take him out on our date. Survive in this alien society. How would you feel about being subjugated by them? Though, to be fair, he was insanely late first.
I'll stop you right there, since you've clearly misunderstood the gravity of what you've done. Our prince fulfilled all his contractual obligations to you. Every last one. One date is not enough to remedy that.
Oh, you would rule. I heard undercut. Do I have to pay money or something?
You think your measly Earthian currency would suffice for the transgressions you've committed?
He glares at me like I insulted his mother. Wait, does he have a mother? How do alien families work? A remommy or something. Are all these aliens white-haired elf twinks? I'm beginning to think yes. I don't need to beat in a card game to join this society. Sarah and Tony having the best day. The best day.
A single paltry handful of hours is but a scrap of paper and a blazing bonfire compared to what you owe now. This humiliation will not stand. You must increase the amends by 3 times that of the original investment.
So, 3 dates instead of 1?
Correct.
Why did he have such grandiose build-up for something he could have answered in 1 sentence? The alien unfolds a scroll.
The term violator henceforth shall validate these terms with the infringed upon party. If you select any Orthonians other than the harmed party, you will render the aforementioned dual terms void, and recompense shall be the entirety of your Earthian planet.
Pardon, could you repeat that? Last caller for Molly to teach me Yu-Gi-Oh! Just in case.
The term violator henceforth shall validate these...
No, just the last part.
Recompense shall be the entirety of your Earthian planet.
But I saved the world yesterday!
So you did, until you left that cafe.
Oh, that's how they get you. The bloody fine print!
Failure to honor all 3 dates within 1 Earthian week will render the aforementioned dual terms void, and recompense shall be the entirety of your Earthian planet. Failure to reconcile faithfully with the appropriate attitude during each date will render the aforementioned dual terms void. Recompense shall be the entirety of your Earthian planet. Any attempt to terminate this contract will render the aforementioned dual terms void, and recompense shall be the entirety of your Earthian planet.
Is he... I know he's just holding them up to his head, but it does look like he's sniffing them. Which, like, I get it. The smell of paper is nice. But do you have to be doing that right now, sir?
The scoring of your efforts will be observed each evening by 2 other Chief Ornthonians.
Ah, cool. It's dating, but with grades. I think this is my literal nightmare. I can already see it. The internet might be dunking on Egan now, but they'll be ripping me apart later.
That fresh contract smell.
Kalaloff, welcome in. How are you doing, lovely? My total failure to save the world will extinguish any chance I had at descendants, and that's if the aliens don't take me out first.
If you understand, then sign here, here, and here.
I signed the document. 3 dates is a cheap price to pay to save the universe. Hey, we're not saving the universe. We're just saving the planet. So, you know, maybe weigh that up. Getting a good grade in dating, a thing that is normal to one and possible to achieve. I have the worst report card. Needs improvement. The alien rolls the document back up with a jerk of his wrist.
I'm pleased that you understand your situation, but displeased you asked so few questions.
I have few other choices. And my heart may give out if I have to hear that Earth is the price of my failure again.
Not true. You could forsake the entirety of your Earthian planet.
At this point, I'm convinced this guy enjoys saying that. Where's Egan?
Preoccupied. He will seek you out once he is informed.
And who are the Chief Ornthonians that'll be observing us?
Nabo and myself. I suggest you carefully consider how you'll offer your reparations starting now.
And your name is?
Andel.
And what does the scoring entail? How's the love life going in the game? Well, Kalaloff. We had a date. No, that's not true. We had a duel. A duel. We had a duel. A Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel. We won. We saved Earth. But we didn't have the date that we agreed to afterwards. So now if we don't go on dates, we're putting the Earth back in danger. Did no coursework for years and then does all in one go. Classic ADHD. What does the scoring entail?
The harmed party will and must score each of the days they spend with you out of 100.
Why do these dates sound like glorified job interviews?
You may only leave this shop once you've hit the green button, affirming you once again agree to the terms I've laid out to you, and that you understand them.
The alien gestures behind me and a switch with 2 buttons rises out of the floor. One is red, and the other is green. One thing that's just occurred to me that I should specify. I know I've said, hey, go check out the game. This game is free, and I believe it's finished. So, just go get it. Links in the chat. Top of the pinned post. Go get it. I know at least 3 of you in chat really want to. What? Look at the link in chat. I'm just saying, Tony. The alien gestures behind me and a switch with 2 buttons rises out of the floor. One is red. One is gred. I'm ending stream. Bye. One is red. And the other is green. One is crab. One of the switches is me. And the other is me. Once you've hit the green button, I'll remove your imprisonments. I suppose he's talking about my handcuffs. They're seriously heavy. I'd rather have them removed sooner as opposed to later. So I approach the podium with the buttons. I can't imagine Egan would score me well considering the bad blood between us after yesterday. However, there's nothing I can do. Oh, you can scroll up to see the previous chats. Cool. Sorry. I just wanted to see if I could make that happen again. I can't imagine Egan will score me well, considering the bad blood between us after yesterday. However, there's nothing I can do about that now. I mean, we've only met Egan the once. He does not give me the vibes of holding this too much against you. He seems like a dramatic bitch. I cast a longing glance at the red button. However, I'd rather not doom the world, and I understand everything Andel said. We'll hit the green button. After a moment of consideration, I press the green button. My meeting with Egan started this whole fiasco. I only hope it'll be easy to fix. Other than the neat sound the button made, there's no noticeable change. Andel stifles a laugh into his palm. Why is he laughing? Now I'm nervous.
Brilliant choice. I'm certain our prince will be positively bioluminescent at your decision. You may leave. He will contact you within the hour.
The air around my wrists heats up, then my handcuffs clunk to the floor.
Return home. If we cannot locate you within the hour, you will render the aforementioned dual terms void. Recompense shall be the entirety of your Earthian planet.
Enough, dude. I understand. Thanks, Andel. I'll do that. The spaceship doors open and a wide ramp allows me to walk down into the city centre. However, unlike my convoy to the mothership, there's a mob of people below.
Oh, and contract violator?
Yes?
Best of luck to you, as you Earthians are fond of saying. You'll need it this time.
The ramp transforms beneath my feet when the door closes. I slide down to the asphalt, scuffing my jeans on the pavement in the process. Ah, hey! Jerk! But Andel's already out of earshot. The massive crowd is full of people taking photos, dining and chatting. There are news vans and protesters alike. It's a haunting amount of people.
There she is! She finally came out!
Every last person in the mob focuses on me.
Miss, please, tell us how it was inside the mothership.
I'm sorry, I don't have time to chat. I need to head home.
We only need a second. Did you get probed?
People crowd me and push in so close I can hardly breathe without getting a mouthful of microphone foam or an eyeful of flash glare.
How long have you been in contact with these aliens?
I don't want to talk to you people. Let me pass!
Does this invasion have any connection to Area 51? When are you leaving Earth? How many inhabitable space colonies are in your solar system? Did they tell you?
Please let me through.
Just one question.
I don't want to answer any questions. I have something time sensitive to do. Please move.
For the sake of humankind, you ought to answer, young lady.
I'm blinded by the amount of photos people take of me. Is it an alien dating game? Yes. I think it's not multiple choices. It seems we only get to choose to date Egan. But the fate of the world is at stake. And I think it's more, rather than difficulty of choosing right options to get the person you want, it's choosing the right options to not fail the game. So, uh-oh. Who even uses flash photography in this day and age? Hey, stop! The cameras keep flashing. Nausea shoots through me as though I just played a game with terrible first-person camera physics. Never in my life have I wished Lynn was with me as much as I do now.
That's enough!
Egan drapes fabric over me, cutting me off from the crowd. He rests a hand on my back and guides me forward. I hold onto his arm to steady myself. And the ads have started. So we're gonna take a brief pause there until the ads are done. Ooh! Well, at least Juno will be happy that we're not missing anything. Time for a stretch. Time for a stretch. I really like this. It's fun. Yeah, that's the main reason you like it, I'm sure. I am loving it though. It's really funny. It's really silly. It's really sweet. And the art is really nice. I really like the character designs and the expressions especially. Like, they're doing a good job. And as I say, the game is free on Steam right now in the pinned post. Many white-haired twinks to fix? Well, one to fix, but many white-haired twinks. Or at least two. potentially 3? A third one has been mentioned. I mean, to be fair, more have been mentioned, but they didn't have profiles. We didn't see them. Yes, also making the alien race just space cells is fine by me. Wow. Just stretching it out. Well, I should probably do this on my regular streams, actually. I think it's probably good for me to do proper stretch breaks like this. Ooh, ah, ah. Ooh. You all stretching at home? If not, consider doing it. Do I need to refill my water? Nah. Plenty in there. All good. All fine. Excellent. Took my meds, so that is good. Meds is a good idea. Gonna get dressed. Also a valid option, I guess, if you have to. But also, just always pajamas. Mum, you're retired. You can just always pajamas. Desk stretches. Stretch that desk. Time for breakfast then. What you gonna have? Again, I had apricot wheat. It's the only thing I had in. I need to buy some more milk. Question is, do I do that after stream today or before stream tomorrow? Neither option feels like it's gonna feel nice, but hey, here we are. Ooh, scrambled eggs. Apricot wheat? Apricot wheat. Like, shredded wheat filled with apricot. Eating shreddies, let's go. We're back, baby. Okay, Egan drapes fabric over me, cutting me off from the crowd. He rests a hand on my back and guides me forward. I hold onto his arm to steady myself. Chocolate variety, nice. A line of his soldiers have parted the crowd. Though an eerie hush has fallen over them, there's finally enough room for me to walk and breathe.
The Supreme Leader, your route is clear. Thank you, but I'm not the primary concern. Rebecca, are you okay?
No, I feel sick and I can barely see thanks to all the flash photography. My grip on his arm tightens. I just want to go home.
Let me assist.
Oh no, he's sweet. About 20 minutes later, we ease through my front door. He sets me down gently in the living room.
Hey, water, now.
Yes, Supreme Leader. There's a tall glass of water between my palms a moment later. I drink some. It soothes my strained throat. I'm so happy to be home, but a whole news van convoy is outside, filled with people intent on invading my privacy. Lynn was right. This publicity won't go away in a day. Oh no, the insufferable elf twink is actually sweet and caring.
Do you feel better?
Marginally. Was this the first game for the day? This is the first game for the day, yes. We have got 5 games coming up today, and I'm excited to see all of them. Although we are starting off very strong, it must be said.
I shall accept that as an improvement, no matter how slight. Why did you leave the mothership alone?
Are you kidding? Andel dumped me outside like I was garbage. He told me to hurry home so I could meet you.
You have my sincerest apologies. That will not happen again.
Me getting mobbed by that crowd will. Down white-haired twinks. They're always darlings under all that narcissistic and rude exterior. Swoon. I open my mouth again, but hold my tongue after seeing Egan's troubled expression. I'm allowed to be angry, but what's the point in yelling at him specifically? According to his customs, he didn't do anything wrong following my win yesterday. And the excitement he had about meeting me was genuine. The fact that he's an alien from another planet can't be helped. I realize then how quiet it is, and that Egan's waiting patiently for me to finish. I have nothing else to say, so don't look at me like that.
You seem like you had many grievances to divulge.
I did, but I get it.
Then, as I may only assume, correct me if I'm wrong, I apologize again, Rebecca. I understood Earthians were a curious bunch, but I didn't expect them to be so rude. In the interest of disrupting your life the least while fulfilling our contract, I'll do something about this. They're all going to the Shadow Realm. That's right. That's also real. We made Yu-Gi-Oh! We made the Shadow Realm.
Like the Pied Piper music is elf twinks and the rats are bisexuals. Into the sea! How? Not even celebrities can manage that, thanks to gossip magazines and overzealous fans.
I've given you my word. Please trust it.
I don't know. I'm a little worried. He has such unwavering promise in his eyes that I nod my head before I've thought any more about it.
Besides, it'll be difficult to court you if we can't have any time alone together. I will return at the promised time.
I glance at the clock. There's still another half an hour before I'm supposed to officially meet Egan. What exactly does he plan to do in that time? What exactly do you plan to... But he's gone. Air remains where he once stood. Won't be easy to solve the issue with the press. Egan won't be late, right? Though I suppose if he is this time around, it'd be a shortcut to me saving the universe. Guess I should shower. After all, I only had enough time to brush my teeth and make coffee before I was dragged out of the house. That very cup is still sitting on the coffee table. "26 minutes later, I feel more presentable than cute. It'll have to do. Egan will be here in a few minutes. Concerningly, I haven't seen Lynn since I returned. Lynn, you home?" I send her a text when there's no reply. The front door opens. I gasp, seeing my sister. She's red-faced and teary. "Lynn, what happened to you?" "What should I do? I may have to give them back." "Huh? Look, before that, close the door. The news vans are... gone. All of them. The block is completely cleared." "Wow, he really got rid of them all?" "Yes, he did! Isn't it horrible?" "Huh?" My sister flails her arms. "I worked so hard to corral everyone who's anyone outside our door, but Egan ruined everything!" "Wait, you called them privacy violators?" "Of course! How am I supposed to monetize this if nobody can see you?" "Damn it, Lynn! Have you a clue about how hard it was to get home? They practically trampled me." "I'd love to get trampled! Anybody gets trampled!" "Do you hear yourself? Do you? My stream ended abruptly. I think Egan jammed the network. I can't give back all the Uber chats I got, and I promised my viewers an exclusive." My sister seizes my shoulders and starts patting down my clothes. "Stop! What are you doing?" "Putting a spot for the body cam." "Lynn, I think you're actually crazy. What's crazy is letting this opportunity slip after how hard I worked. Can I live a day in this house without you hustling everyone you meet for $1? Have some integrity. Integrity keeps you poor. Put on the cam." She practically tears my clothes open, but I nearly tear her hair out. "Hands up! Ugh. Ow! Ow! Cooperate, damn it! What kind of sister are you? Not one you can walk all over, that's for sure." The doorbell rings. Lynn and I freeze in the midst of our fight. I've put 2 fingers up her nose to fend her off, and she's got a death grip on my wrist and ear. A familiar humming gently reverberates through our home from outside. "Rebecca?" My sister pats me down, steps back, and is the picture of excellence as she skips over to the entryway. She tugs the door open. "Brother-in-law, come in!" "Oh, you shameless..."
Sister-in-law, it's good to see you.
Egan's equally as shameless. He said that without missing a single beat. He eases the door closed behind him and offers my sister a luxuriously wrapped package as big as her head.
I heard it's Earthian custom to bring a gift for one's host.
"Oh my gosh, you don't have to, but thank you." While she's tearing open the package, with noises so shamefully gleeful I worry our mother is preparing a slipper to throw from across the country, Egan crosses to me.
I'm punctual this time.
Huh? Yeah, you are. Great job.
Shall we head out?
He gives me a once-over.
You look beautifully combat ready.
Aww! You noticed! Oh, thanks. You too?
Those pants are a brilliant choice.
You like them?
Exceedingly. You'll have enviable mobility.
Mobility for what? My sister's excited screech distracts me. Egan's men fill our entire foyer with presents, clothing, and baskets of goods. And more keep coming. I need floor space to live here. Shush! My sister gives me a glare that all the demons in hell would tremble seeing. Brother-in-law, are all these for us too?
They are. It's the least I can do considering you're hosting us.
Wait. What? Who's hosting who? Who's hosting who?
The mothership was parked at your city centre until they gave me this.
Egan places a yellow ticket on my palm. It's from the Ose? Ose? I'm gonna go with Ose. It's from the Ose Police Department. Pretty ballsy of the police to ticket an alien prince. Oh. Your mothership was blocking a flight path and they threatened to fine you if you didn't move? Oh, it works alright, Teal. A good one. There's gonna be so many VODs for you to watch when you get back. It's a really good compliment though, I'm just saying. Ready for combat.
Yes, so I've relocated to the airspace above your home at present.
I suppose that's why he's laying it on thick with gifts. Considering he helped me out earlier, I'll let his spaceship be. Oh, you can move right in alongside the gifts! What she means is you're free to park your ship where it is.
Thank you. Shall we commence with our date?
Yeah, let's go. I stride towards the door and Egan follows. We have to climb over the mound of gifts to make it outside the front door. Anytime I struggle with a particularly precarious bit, Egan offers me a hand and helps me.
Should we assist Lynn with getting all this inside before we go?
And deny her the chance to roleplay a dragon with an impressive horde? I think not.
I've never heard those words in that order. What do you mean?
You know, dragons and hordes of gold. Egan shakes his head. Interesting, but dating him should be my primary focus. Egan and I make it downtown undisturbed. Most people give us a curious passing glance, but that's it. I don't know what he did, or how, but I'm thankful. Primary focus, yeah. Maybe now I can enjoy the day? There's no rule stating I must be miserable while trying to save the world. Considering it's our first day, a classic date would be best. My plan is to start simple and gradually work my way up, adding interest and fun to our dates as we go. Today I've planned a simple picnic in the park with him. Here's the plan. We're going to buy ingredients from the supermarket, create the food for our picnic, and then enjoy it together in the park.
What's a picnic?
It's a type of outing where you pack food you make to eat outdoors.
Implying that most of your Earthian meals are eaten indoors? Is a meal outside such a special rarity?
I guess it is. Never thought about it deeply before.
If it's such a rarity, what are they doing?
Egan points at a passerby devouring a taco while he chats into an earpiece.
Is that not a picnic?
No, that's someone walking and eating. He's probably working. He points at a young woman on a bench finishing a crepe.
Then that's a picnic?
No, she bought that at the stall next to her. He points to a third person absolutely demolishing a bento box that rolls onigiri and some type of salad.
What about that picnic?
Egan, us having the picnic would tell you more about it than trying to decipher what it is from various strangers.
Oh, confounding. I'll patiently await answers on this picnic.
He'll laugh a little, despite my situation. Now that I'm meaningfully spending time with him, this is kinda nice. Looks like he isn't holding a grudge about yesterday either. Come, we'll buy ingredients first. Think about what you'd like to eat while we shop. I grab a cart and pilot it around the supermarket, scooping up ingredients as I go.
What a peculiar instrument.
Egan stares pointedly at our shopping cart.
A container used to hold other containers of varying shapes and viscosities. Why are there holes in it?
Never considered that before either.
Then consider it now. If its purpose is to hold things, why not make it a solid?
Probably because it's cheaper, and also so you can see what's inside.
Can one not simply stare into the cart?
Not everyone is tall enough for that. Egan gasps.
Where are these fabled little Earthians? I must take one back to Ornthon.
Unless you want a very startling title from the police, I don't think you can.
And what moniker is that?
Egan, we're here to shop, remember? Here. I tear my grocery list in half. If you'd kindly fetch the rest of...
A duel at last! I prepared myself for this moment.
Wait. He slaps the list I gave him against the alien wristwatch instrument on his arm. A shower of particles shoots out from the screen, and all the ingredients I had left to buy cycle through as holograms.
You're finally challenging me. I'll fetch everything on this list. Count on me to complete this quest before you.
Hey, hold on, I wasn't... He races away into the store without hearing another word. Frankly, I don't trust him to return with everything we need. Hell, I didn't get to ask him what he wanted to eat at our picnic. I'd hoped to bring that up naturally while shopping. Well then why did you give him half the list and tell him to go get it? Surely you'd just go around together and talk about it. In the end, I pick up all the ingredients I need without seeing Egan again a single time. Which is why it's especially surprising when I finally spot him waiting by the entranceway, bags in hand.
Rebecca, I've bested you!
Have you? This wasn't a competition.
Of course it was.
It wasn't. We're dating each other today, remember?
Yes, hence why we're dueling. All courtship on Ornthorn is like this.
A receipt materializes on his wristwatch and 3D prints in real time. When it's finished, he passes the paper to me.
Behold my prowess of Earthian culture!
He actually found all the ingredients I asked for, and it seems he was done 7 minutes after we separated. He spent a whopping $89.78. It's a staggering price, considering I told him to fetch diced chicken, celery, red onion, butterhead lettuce, and bread. How did he spend that much? How much of it did he buy? Oh, I picked all this up too, look. I pass him my receipts.
Impossible. How come your bill is only $34.82? We collected the same items!
I shop here all the time and use their coupons. Nobody can pay those inflated prices without them.
They blew up my prices and that's how I lost?
Oh, that's not... You know what? Sure, it was the corporations.
Lost. I've been bested once again.
I think it also helps that the butcher here likes me. He always sets aside the best discounted meat for me.
Ugh! I cannot defy him, as I too would have given you a deal on my meat.
Don't laugh, Rebecca. Whatever you do, don't laugh. He's very serious about that in a completely innocent way. If you're done, shall we head back to my house?
Yes! I'll race you, and this time I'll win!
Again, it's not a competition. We can go together.
Yeah!
He hefts his bags high and sprints out the door. We walked here together, but I suppose I'll be alone on my way back. I didn't intend to battle him, but if he's going to jump at every opportunity, I might as well humour him. I make it home and set my bags down in the foyer to rest my arms. Egan's nowhere to be seen. His spaceship is parked above our house, so I doubt he's lost, but then where is he? Actually, I don't see him or any of the presents he gave us. Did Lynn pack up everything already? After setting the bags on the coffee table, I hunt for Egan and my sister. This writing is really fun, I really like it. I open the front door and step out onto the street. This is really cute. I really like these designs. The sort of, not perfectly parallel lines on it. It's a really nice style. I hear Labored panting up the block to my right. Egan's carrying his groceries, but he's sweating profusely. Based on the gestures of the guards surrounding him, they're begging him to relinquish the bags, but he keeps refusing. He stiffens when he sees me.
You've won again.
He bounds over.
How? I took our exact route back and didn't see you pass me.
I point to the bus dropping people off across the street. Transit is how.
Vehicles were allowed? I ran for as long as I could.
Egan's arms go limp. Oh, his poor little face. Oh, Egan. Oh, Egan, sweetheart.
Supreme Leader, I tried to tell you. Enough. I wish to head inside. The planet's sweltering sun and heat mixed with the persistent weight of the sustenance is unbearable.
Besides Steven, I know you. I can see what you mean. Yeah, it's got Steven Universe vibes. Sweet, stupid, pretty man. He slinks inside and places his grocery bags near my sofa. He flops onto the couch and sinks back into it. As he's still breathing hard, I pass him some water.
Thank you.
Egan's guard materializes beside me, sprinkles a powder into Egan's water, and then vanishes. After a stir, Egan sips at it. Wonder what that powder was. When you're ready, we'll start on the food for our picnic in the kitchen. Egan nods and sits up. He's barely caught his breath, so I squeeze the shoulder and encourage him to rest longer. You don't have to come now. Wait until you feel better.
The time is now!
Egan, you can barely breathe.
That's no excuse! I shall prepare for the next thing!
It's the briefest glimpse into his grueling Orthonian schedule. No. Relax. We have plenty of time before the picnic. You can stay here for a bit.
Ready!
I can't get through to him. His competitiveness is too deeply ingrained. Antidote for food poison, of course, they're ready. So I sit beside him on the couch. Our next competition takes place here. That's why I told you to stay.
Yes! It's time for our next grand duel!
He perks up. Yes, and the rules are this. We must relax here for 5 minutes. Whoever relaxes more wins. Oh, if anyone knows anything about Rebecca, it's that she's great at relaxing.
How will we decide the winner?
I hadn't thought that far ahead, but of course you'd ask that. By, resting heart rate?
That will suffice.
Then let's relax. I settle into the sofa and Egan does the same. I check my watch. It's been a while since I sat down, intent on doing nothing. It's harder than I remember, especially as I'm currently focused on picnic prep. I plan to make chicken salad sandwiches and egg salad sandwiches, then I'll chop up some watermelon slices for a light snack. We have ingredients in the cupboards for simple chocolate mousse cups too. I think that would be fun to make with Egan. Speaking of, I glance beside me. I mean, yeah, I do burst into giggles when I see Egan. What on earth are you doing?
Relaxing the Earthian way.
He's decked out with an eye mask and swathed? I don't know that I've ever said this word out loud before. Wrapped up in a cozy blanket despite the sweltering sun outside. He's got a mug of tea in one hand and a book he can't possibly be reading without sight in the other. And a book he can't possibly be reading without sight in the other hand. That's what works for you. I won't disturb you. He is perfect.
You're peculiar.
Do you mean that as a compliment?
Yes, I only find utterly ordinary things disturbing.
What would an alien classify as ordinary? If I think about it too much, I'll fail at relaxing, so I close my eyes instead. 3 neat beeps eventually go off once 5 minutes have passed. Time's up! Egan sheds the blanket and lifts his eye mask. 2 cucumbers flop onto his thighs. I need to play this actually. Well, check out the link in the pinned post. As I said before, the game is free. There's literally no reason not to if you're liking the looks of it. And plus, we're coming up... Well, we're not coming up on it. It's free... Tony! You already learned this! It's too good to be... It's free... Tony, I told you this before, and you reacted... What? I'm still baffled. That's fair enough. Yeah, no, sometimes people just make big labors of love and they're like, yeah, I want people to play it. Free. Let's just say it doesn't cost money. What do you mean by this, Tam? Dare I ask? Dare I know? Egan sheds the blanket and lifts his eye mask. 2 cucumbers flop onto his thighs. I believe you won this one. Congratulations. The guards who've been following Egan around materialize.
Pardon the interruption, but based on the terms of the duel, you are the winner, Rebecca.
What the... How did I win it? Relaxing. Each of them taps their wrist and digitized information flashes across the screen. I actually don't know. I just thought it was a funny thing. It was a funny thing to say. She's an Orthonian Bitcoin miner. No! Each of them taps their wrist and digitized information flashes across the screen.
Your resting heart rate was 62 compared to our Supreme Leader's heart rate of 142.
One screen has a steady heartbeat while the other is racing so fast you could stuff it in a sports car and speed off. Why is your heart beating so fast? Are you okay? Egan hides behind one of his palms.
I was nervous sitting here next to you. I like you too much.
I stifle my laughter, but not very well. It gives me a half-hearted glare when I really break out into a fit. You're adorable, Egan.
Adorable? You can take that as a positive emotional response, correct?
Yes, you can. Come with me. I grasp Egan's hand and tug him up from the sofa. In the kitchen, Egan stands beside me. We have all our ingredients on the counter. Our next duel is making food for our picnic. We're making egg sandwiches, chicken salad sandwiches, cutting watermelon, and making chocolate mousse for dessert. The goal is to make the food as aesthetically pleasing as possible within the time limit. I want to be out of here in an hour. The timer starts as soon as we settle on who's making what. I glance up at the crowd of aliens on the other side of my counter. As any good sibling would, I lump my sister in with them. Yeah. They clap for Egan and I as if we were professional chefs streaming recipes.
Sounds quite educational. Supreme Leader, we're rooting for you!
Woo! Go sis! This is a much needed break from editing my whole video. Well, now I know what Lynn was doing. She must have had her headphones on upstairs when I called her. Is duel the elf alien word for date? Welcome in, Iris. No, but their dates seem to always revolve around duels, if I've understood. Taskmaster-esque dating structure. Thanks, but you don't need to cheer. We're doing simple cooking. I bet her on my sister winning this. She's a stellar cook. I'd know. She's fed me for years.
That may be so, but our Supreme Leader has an impeccable palate. I'll bet you Earthians have never had Cosmoroni.
I haven't. We should fix that. Lynn sticks a hand out to the aliens. Two of them hurriedly slap their wristwatches and hunt for what I presume is the recipe. For my sanity, I pretend I no longer know her. Egan, I think it's only fair if we each make one dessert and one sandwich.
When you say sandwich, you're talking about that food that uses 2 pieces of bread with a filling between them, yes?
I am. I'll let you go first. Choose what you want to make. Interestingly enough, Egan chooses to make... This will be vitally important. The egg sandwiches and mousse, chicken sandwiches and watermelon slices. I feel like he'd go for the egg sandwiches and mousse. I think he wants the more complicated thing to show off. The egg salad sandwiches and chocolate mousse for our picnic. As I'm uncertain how familiar he is with cooking, I watch him. When he's boiled the eggs to perfection, I decide he'll be okay and focus on my dishes. The chicken from the market is cooked and diced, so I dump it into the awaiting bowl with the rest of the spices the sandwich needs. I dice celery and onions to toss them in. Following a generous dollop of mayo, I mix the filling, then set about loading the sandwiches. I seal them in cling wrap, then set them to chill in the fridge before cutting. With that finished, I slice up the watermelon and seal each slice in a plastic container. When we were young, Lynn loved when I jammed popsicle sticks into the bottom of each slice, so they were easier to hold. Ice cream and popsicles were a rare treat for us back when we lived with our parents. Enough time has passed. I unwrap the sandwiches, slice off the crusts, and slice them horizontally so that they maintain their shape in the glass container. I pull out my dessert and display it beside the sandwiches. I'm no professional chef, but it's a beautiful spread, and I finished everything with 15 minutes left to spare. Scent of fresh bread stops me. The kitchen is also several degrees hotter, which makes sense since I hear the oven door shutting beside me. The aliens clap and there's a familiar plonk of a baking sheet.
Amazing work, Supreme Leader! Your sandwiches are of unparalleled beauty!
I'm confused about what those are, but the spirit's there! Egan's sandwiches lay on the baking sheet I usually make cookies on. Said sandwiches are actually puff pastries. He cuts one in two and the steaming filling pours out. They're stunning, and I'm impressed by the beautifully golden brown exterior. But a puff pastry isn't a sandwich. My sister lunges up with her phone and snaps photos of my food and Egan's.
I finished but a few seconds after you this time, Rebecca.
I point at Egan's tray. What are those?
Sandwiches.
Those are puff pastries with the filling. A sandwich needs bread.
There is bread. I use the entire sliced loaf to make the required dough.
What? That shouldn't be possible. Oh. Yeah! Besides, we call a slab of ice cream between two cookies a sandwich. There's no bread involved there at all. Lynn, be quiet if you aren't helping me. She draws a fake zipper across her lips and returns to snapping photos.
Would you kindly try the sandwich I've made before you reject it?
Yeah, I don't want to be a sandwich stickler. Fine, I'll give it a try. Our audience claps as I collect the piece Egan offers me. Just lifting the pastry emphasizes its luxuriousness, the alluring, flaky, golden brown exterior and the scent of the gently baked filling. Look at his little face. Try a sandwich. You gotta try the sandwich. He worked so hard. I swallow to keep from salivating and chomp into the pastry. It was so delicious you forgot your entire argument and the meaning of your own existence. What? What? Well, okay then. I see. Apparently so. Apparently it was just too tasty. You know what? Let's see if anything significant happens if we go the other way around. The chicken salad sandwiches and the watermelon slices for our picnic. Although he's a planet conqueror, I verify he can slice watermelons into neat triangles before I turn away from my own tasks. I can't believe that was a clutch save, right? I get eggs boiling on the stovetop, set aside the ice bath for them, and portion out everything else for the filling in the meantime. I do the same with the chocolate mousse, then fetch small mason jars to spoon the finished mixture into. As I'm pulling the hand mixer from the cupboard, my timer for the eggs goes off. I transfer the eggs to the ice bath, then mix the heavy cream, chocolate, and vanilla extract into mousse. The aliens clap as I portion the mousse into the mason jars, add a dollop of whipped cream, and shave some of the remaining chocolate on top. Food poison! Once it's transferred to the fridge, I peel the eggs, press the yolks through a sieve, and mash the entire mixture together to create the filling. I wrap 4 filled sandwiches in cling wrap and place them in the fridge. They need to chill before I can cut them aesthetically enough to win the challenge. Since I have some free time, I snack on a few squares of the leftover chocolate. Once again reminded that baking chocolate is too bitter to be eaten like a regular chocolate bar. Enough time has passed. I unwrap the sandwiches, slice off the crusts, and slice them horizontally so that they maintain their shape in the glass container. I pull out my dessert and display it beside the sandwiches. I'm no professional chef, but it's a beautiful spread, and I finished everything with 15 minutes left to spare. The scent of fresh bread stops me. The kitchen is also several degrees hotter. Aliens clap. Amazing work. Sandwiches unparalleled beauty. Spirits there. Sandwiches are puff pastry. Sandwiches bread. Should be possible. Okay. Gonna just save again. Just to be safe. Insist he didn't make a sandwich. I pull my sandwiches closer. Choice in this game about whether you live or not? Yeah, basically. I pull my sandwiches closer. No, we're not doing that. Look, these are sandwiches.
Mine are also sandwiches.
Must we argue semantics and terminology? What you've made is a puff pastry at worst, and a pie at best. Be a sandwich, bitch.
And what is a pie, by definition?
A baked dish of fruit or meat and vegetables, typically with a top and base of pastry, which is what you made.
Can we not then argue the same for sandwiches?
Pies and sandwiches are drastically different.
As we've reached a stalemate on this, we should resolve it democratically. Lynn, if you would.
Be a sandwich, bitch, or die. My sister pops up beside Egan and me. Her fingers fly across her phone. When she finally shows it to us, there are trending polls across various social media sites. She's placed a photo of the food Egan and I made wherever she could. Unfortunately, we can't see the results without voting. As the web needs time to work its magic, you two should get out of here. Enjoy your date! She hands me a neatly packed picnic basket and my head spins. When did she pack our food? Lynn's corralling us towards the front door before I can get my bearings. Off you go, kiddos! Leave the cleanup to us and enjoy yourselves. Wait a second. Go on, get out! Bye-bye!
You dare withhold the results of our duel?
Yeah, toodaloo! The door slams. I stand outside on the street with Egan. A sandwich stickler! Or else you die! I will be honest. Before I made the choice the first time, knowing the humor of this game, part of me did think being a sandwich bitch is probably the correct choice here. And lo and behold...
No matter how many times I encounter her, I cannot decode the true demeanor of your sister.
Give up on that. You'll be better off. She's always been a whirlwind. I'm embarrassed by Lynn's haphazard matchmaking, yet Egan laughs as if he's having the time of his life.
You have a fine family. I imagine you have a surplus of fond memories.
If you could call it that.
I have, and shall continue to do so.
What's with that smitten look?
May I finally unravel the mystery of a picnic?
Yeah, I'll guide us to the park. The sun is hot enough to fry an egg even on the grass. We find a spot in the shade. It's one of those days where it's the perfect temperature in the shade, but hot enough to burn in a few minutes in the sun. Egan holds the basket while I set up our picnic.
Picnics require blankets. Observed.
It's not required, but it certainly makes things comfier. I point to the bottom left corner of the blanket furthest from the tree. Set the basket down over there. We'll use it as a weight for that side of the blanket.
What will weigh down the other 3 corners?
We will. I pat the spot beside me on the blanket.
I'm unfamiliar with that gesture.
It means, come join me.
Oh, it's an invitation.
He sits on the blanket beside me and leaves about a forearm's worth of space between us. The wind blows the comforting scent of his shampoo and the faint undertone of coconut in my direction. I hand him an empty plate as I unpack our lunch.
Do all picnics require 2 participants?
Come on, man. Cats understand that gesture. You think this man is as smart as a cat? You're delusional. No, you can picnic alone. It's just uncommon. What would you like to eat?
Everything you made.
He accepts the jar of chocolate mousse I hand him, along with a spoon. Egan scoops out a spoonful of mousse experimentally before popping it in his mouth. His face lights up as he savours the dessert. We devour our mousse cups in silence before I portion out the sandwiches. The chicken pastries Egan made are noticeably soggier than earlier, thanks to the steam and condensation from being packed without cooling. And that's what helps us survive! It's the only reason we live to tell the tale! He declines the pastries, but accepts a generous helping of the egg salad sandwiches I made. Before he can take a bite, an alien guard materializes and sprinkles a powder onto his sandwich. No! Zoe, no! Zoe, I don't know what your plans for the day are, but if you are free, come around the stream at about 6 PM. We've got a game that I think will interest you. Before he can take a bite, an alien guard materializes and sprinkles a powder onto his sandwich. Oh, look at them! Look at them! They're so cute! We eat in mutually enjoyed silence once more. However, there are small interruptions whenever Egan grunts in approval while eating. It's difficult for me not to do the same, considering Egan's take on a sandwich is delicious. It tastes like how I imagine winning the lottery when you're down on your luck feels. And that's with it being slightly soggy. I didn't... Okay, so that's the sandwich. I don't think we would have wrapped... So this... It's a puff pastry, but it's sandwich size? I like it. I can't imagine how mind-blowing delicious it would have tasted fresh out of the oven. I can! I have some idea of how mind-blowingly delicious it would have tasted fresh out of the oven. Let me tell you. All in all, it's for the best. Actually, it's better I didn't try it. It's a simple recipe, yet the way Egan made it is tasty enough to make me stupid with delight. We have a frame of reference for that. What would it be like to eat food this tasty every day?
These are delectable.
Likewise.
I'm curious about your limitations. What can't you do? Your love limitations, you might say? What can't you do?
Oh, plenty. How about you?
Currently, the only thing I can't do is best you.
I don't know about that, Chief. This pastry sandwich is one good crunch away from giving me an existential crisis. Yeah. If we're dueling now based on the taste of the food we made, you definitely win.
No, the honor of victory is yours. Taste is but one factor. Your natural cooking skills left me mesmerized.
I learned to cook to care for my sister. It was the least I could do after she left our hometown with me, when I selfishly wanted better than what we had.
Do Earthians consider such a motive shellfish?
No. Selfish.
Selfish. Got you. Do Earthians consider such a motive selfish?
Some people do.
Are you still a wanderer?
Not anymore. I've planted my roots here in Osei. It's a lovely place. What about you? What's Ornthon like?
It's busy, but it's home. I've never once run out of tasks since the day I was born.
He's that busy? That's insane. If that's the case, then how often has he actually gone home? You take frequent breaks, right?
Take breaks from who? I'm quite solid, and I won't be altering my matter anytime soon. Or are you worried about the mothership? I assure you, our safety system is top of the line.
I laugh, but cover my mouth with my palm since I'm mid-sandwich bite. Not break as in fragile, or a safety feature. I meant break as in you take time to rest, eat, and sleep.
I don't quite follow.
You sleep, right?
Only as I must to keep my mind sharp.
Sounds like plenty of people I know. And you eat?
I do, but it's different from what you're imagining. Orthonians take tablets as sustenance. Tablets contain all the nutrients we require.
I'm guessing that's what that powder is? Can you not take in nutrients from what you're eating now?
I can, but it's an infinitesimal amount.
Egan tugs his mouth wide open enough that I can see inside. He has strange, neat lines along his cheeks with rows of filament nested inside. Reminds me of fish gills.
Because of these, powder is absorbed better. Solids, however, are a challenge.
That's fascinating. What happens if food gets stuck in there?
Then my tongue becomes my primary removal implement. That's why solids are an enjoyable challenge.
Do you lick and prod at it until it comes out?
Usually, but there are other tools on the mothership I may use if necessary.
Can I see your tongue? His tongue is far longer than expected, and there are sharp points similar to papillae at the tip. To my naked eye, everything else about it seems normal, but I'm sure much more would be revealed if I studied it under a microscope. What those filaments do, Egan? On a first date? Girl, you forward. He rolls most of his tongue back into some kind of storage pocket on the bottom of his mouth. When he's done, it's about the size of a normal human tongue. You say that? Human tongues are huge. A lot bigger than you think. Or you might think. I don't know how big you think tongues are. I'm fascinated, but it'd be inappropriate to examine any more of your anatomy? Not even close. Anatomy during this picnic. Egan laughs.
You're more than welcome to do so, if you leave this planet with me.
My face heats up. Is he flirting with me? Yeah, there's laws against that. Don't offer again. I don't have enough willpower to say no. When he opens his mouth, I stuff some of his sandwich in it. Tempt me not. Egan's eyes crinkle with deep amusement as he chews. I've barely recovered by the time he swallows.
You're quite blasé. I feared my earlier disclosure may scare you.
I gasp and tilt back with fake shock. I'm offended that you haven't noticed how much of a freak I am.
Oop. That is a joke?
Yes, it's a joke. I'm having a great time with you. You could split your face in 3 and spit acid, and I'd still eat sandwiches like this with you.
Splitting one's face and spitting acid is more of a Zyrskis trait. Their manners are rather impeccable, considering.
What? No! You're only making me more curious! He leans closer as I cackle. His eyes glint with mirth.
If I'm back in your good graces, I'd like to do that thing we did earlier.
What thing?
That thing with our hands?
You'll have to be more specific. He takes my hand in his.
This.
Right. I held his hand when I guided him to the kitchen. Oh,
No?
It's okay, but we still have to eat the watermelon. We each grab a slice of watermelon with our free hands. As before, an alien guard materializes and sprinkles a powder onto his watermelon. Girl! Help, he's too cute! Help! I get the feeling, I suspect there is a chance that I will not see Tony after 10 AM today. Or not 10 AM, it's already after 10 AM. After 12 today. When I stop playing this game, I think Tony might be playing this game instead. That's, you know, I suspect that might be the case. And that's totally fine if so. I get it. I like him. Jazz hands?
I would like to do jazz hands.
Yeah. Tony, you astound me. My goodness gracious. Egan holds it flat enough for his guard to coat one side. Then he flips it over to the other side. So, what exactly is that powder anyway?
It's a nutrient-rich plankton native to Wonthon. It's easy to culture and harvest, making it practical for long voyages.
Does it taste good?
Taste is impertinent. It serves its purpose, satisfying all of our nutritional needs.
Can I try some? Egan offers a slice of watermelon to me. I lean in to take a small nibble. It tastes awful! The powder adds a chalky texture to the watermelon, and the flavour has taken on a bitter saltiness with an almost meaty aftertaste. Egan suppresses a laugh behind his hand as he watches me struggle to maintain my composure. That's not what impertinent means. It's not, but... I quickly dig into my untainted... He's not from here. Impertinent means something else on Wonthon. Don't worry about it. I quickly dig into my untainted watermelon, trying to cleanse the offensive taste from my mouth. Maybe he means what it means, maybe.
I've been told it's something of an acquired taste.
You couldn't have said something before offering some to me?
Would it have dissuaded you?
Ugh. He's got me there. It's an incredibly enjoyable day, and we stick around in the park chatting until the sun sinks and the soft orange glow of sunset illuminates us. It's well after 9 PM when Egan escorts me home. Only when I'm safely on the front step does he release my hand. I pivot and clasp our picnic basket in both palms.
Rebecca, today was a pleasure. Thank you.
You're welcome. I had a good time too. There's a lull in our conversation. 9 PM? These kids.
I understand I'll see you tomorrow, yet the disappointment of parting exists all the same.
It's the same for me. Egan clasps his hands behind him. I kick a stone off our front step. The hum of the spaceship above us fills the silence. It's surreal. Don't I have to come up to the ship for that evaluation?
You're right!
He covers his face and snaps to attention.
How could I have forgotten something so crucial?
Probably because you relaxed for the first time in your life.
Is that what relaxing does? Makes you forgetful?
Being overly tense does the same thing, so I don't know what to tell you.
We don't yet have the results of our cooking competition either.
I'll check in with Lynn to see where we're at with that. Let me brush my teeth, change my clothes, and then I'll come up to the ship for my evaluation.
I shall eagerly anticipate your arrival.
Do more than anticipate it. It's a race! Egan jolts.
Wait, it's a duel?
I rush inside, making the best use of my head start. I return outside in 9 minutes. 2 familiar guards await my arrival. Handsome alien A and B, it's good to see you.
Every time we see you, you are stranger, Earthian.
And every time I see you two, you're more Bishonen than last time. Take me up into the ship, please. I know I've heard the word Bishonen before. Can't immediately call to mind what it means. If someone in chat could help with that. Good enough at cooking to make existentially threatening puff pastries, and yet everything he eats tastes like chalky disappointment. What it mean, chat? I'm beamed inside the familiar purple and blue room, but I don't see Egan. Egan, are you here?
You must be the infamous contract violator I keep hearing about.
A deep, velvety voice I've never heard before addresses me from the gloom. The alien it belongs to steps into the light, and I hold my breath seeing him. Cute boy. He is nothing like Egan, Andel, or any of the other aliens I've met. He looks like I expected a planet-conquering alien to be, with his broad muscular build, scars, and overbearing countenance. Egan's the same height as me. Andel is shorter than me, but this alien is so tall that I feel like an ant gazing up at the breadth of an oak tree.
The way they spoke of you, I thought you'd be taller, as well as less...
His crimson eyes flick over me.
friend-shaped.
Thank you? And you are?
We won't be relevant to each other following this conversation, so there's no need for formal introductions.
It's offensive. Egan and I are getting along great.
Seems you haven't considered that may be the primary reason why we won't be relevant to one another.
Have I offended you somehow by coming here?
Everything offends Nabo.
No, everything offends Nabo, contract violator. Feel free to ignore him. Such a hulking bulk of muscle that I doubt that's possible. Hi, Andel.
Good evening.
The space door to my left opens and Egan rushes out. His VJs are adorable. But why is he suddenly wearing glasses? Actually, everyone in this ship is, except Andel, whose glasses are on his head. Also, seeing Andel beside Egan and Nabo, it registers just how short Andel is. Maybe he's got that rancid attitude to make himself seem bigger.
Last, I thought I made it.
Andel lifts his stack of papers. It obscures his lips like a fan would for a stereotypical noble lady.
She beat you, although you were aboard this ship. And she beat you, although you were aboard this ship. You're the most disappointing specimen I've ever had the displeasure of knowing.
Hey, that's harsh.
Harsh is the only language Andel speaks. Fortunately, he only speaks it to Egan.
But Egan's lovely. He's 1,000 times better than any politicians we've had in the last several decades.
Oh my. Fortunately, you're young, Earthian. There's time yet for you to develop an accounting for taste.
Wow. His remarks cut straight through the heart, huh?
Andel, you may be as rude to me as you wish, but be courteous to our guest. Better yet, shall we proceed with the evaluation? I feel my lifespan decreasing with every second I'm in your proximity, glorified crown-wearing urchin that you are. My apologies, Andel, once again, Rebecca. Let us score today, so you may be on your way.
A screen rises up from the floor before Egan, and a platform beneath my feet raises me above the others. Egan taps a few buttons on his watch, and a digital screen forms before me.
The amendment score for day 1 of 3 is...
The numbers jump around before my eyes, scrolling impossibly fast as though I tugged a lever on a gambling machine. The end shows a 0, and the second column is another 0. And number 1 falls in the final spot. My score is 100?
Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. 100 is rather generous. I thought you'd give a 10 at most.
I lucked out getting chosen by Egan. I've been here all of 10 minutes, and his crewmates are unbearable.
Congratulations, Earthian. You have survived the first day.
Why do you phrase it like that?
Because you may be vaporized any day you fail horribly enough.
What? You can't do that!
But I can. It was in one of the clauses of the document you signed.
Oh, you horrible little...
Unfortunately, I don't have the pleasure of subjecting Egan to that today. A shame, really.
There's seriously something wrong with Andel for him to say that with a smile.
You're free to leave. We'll see you tomorrow evening for the evaluation.
Andel gestures behind me and the space door opens. I get chills remembering how fast it collapsed into a ramp, so I don't step on it just yet. I notice the crinkling of Andel's eyes.
The contract violator learns. What a feat. I can't say the same about the overgrown algae we call Prince.
I have a name, you know.
Does the half-wit address you by it?
Well, yes.
Then it's irrelevant to me. Good evening to you.
Andel!
Andel!
He stalks away without a single glance backwards. Wow, what a piece of work.
Ignore him. I'll escort you back home.
I suck in a deep breath when Egan and I are back on my front porch. He pulls off his glasses and places them on his watch. The instrument absorbs it in a puff of particles. Why the glasses, by the way? Excuse me.
It's an Andel measure. After a certain time of night, he refuses to perceive anyone without spectacles.
What?
I now
have a deep understanding of how you've been single for so long.
Meaning?
Nab and Randall are rude enough to scare most people off.
Does that mean I cannot enjoy your company tomorrow?
No, I'll come over.
Ah, well, I suppose you must for the sake of your planet.
Even if the Earth wasn't at stake, I'd come check on you. I meant what I said. It's been a while since I've had that much fun.
Then I'll look forward to our competitions tomorrow. Enjoy your rest.
You too. I slip inside and collide with Lynn. Yeah, hey! What were you doing so close to the door? Eavesdropping? You two had such a good mood going on until you visited that spaceship. Speaking of, what's it like inside? I waved like a madwoman while you were gone, but nobody beamed me up. You don't want to go up there. Egan's the only nice one. Oh, don't be so hard on them. They probably woke up on the wrong side of the bed, or stepped in some water after donning fresh socks. First, none of them wear socks, and second, that's so alarmingly specific. Actually, I'm far too tired to get into it with you now. Forget it. Chin up. They probably need time to warm up to you. The aliens helped me clean up, but kinder than I thought. Speaking of, Lynn sticks out her tongue. It's a gradient from purple to navy, and hundreds of white spots speckle her tongue like the night sky. Don't eat Cosmoroni. My tongue's been like this since you left. No amount of scrubbing has changed that. The process of making it melted all our good bakeware, too. What? Who's going to replace that? Don't have a heart attack. I've already replaced it. Can we chat about something that matters now? How was your date with Egan? Oh no, we're not getting into that. I still have 2 days left. I'm heading to bed. No! Party pooper! Wet blanket! Stick in the mud! Grumpy umpkins! I walk away and head upstairs. Please, sis, you have to tell me! I've been dying to know! I figured you'd be too busy flaunting on social media to wonder. Am I so heartless in your mind? I was super worried when they took you away this morning. But I figured things went well since the sky didn't go all weird. Thank you for your vote of confidence. If you really hate Egan, I'll figure something out so you never have to see him again. That won't be necessary. He's a bit clumsy, but he's cute. He's cute, both in personality and looks. My sister gasps, then squeals and throws her hands up and does a happy dance. Yes! Oh my god, yes! That's amazing news! You two are oopa doopa cute together! When I told you he was a cute alien and you're all of face? Yes, I remember. Yet here we are now. My cranky sister found someone she likes. Like is a stretch, and hey, I'm not cranky. I'm practical. Which is totally why you carry a sewing kit, a massive water bottle, and a multi-tool everywhere, right? You were thankful for it every time we needed any of them, if I recall. Lynn tosses herself on my bed and scoots over. I'm really happy for you, you know. I was super afraid this wouldn't work out. You were superbly pissed waiting in that cafe, and I thought I'd all but ensured you'd grow old with 100 cats. I might still want 100 cats. Well, if you still want them, I'll support you. Though, preferably I'll swap you about a block or two over to spare myself the smell. Are you done taking up my bed? Nah, I think I can spread out a bit longer. Treat me as part of this mattress. I plop my pillow onto my sister's face and flop onto her. Her scream is muffled thanks to all the crushing. You brute! I ease up and she stands. Lynn? What's up? It was chaos at first, and there's still potential for it to become that way again. Yeesh, you're gonna praise me. Leave off all that other stuff, won't you? Yeah. Thank you. It wasn't so bad to get out of the house and spend time with someone else for once. Let's snooze those ads once. I feel like we're coming up to potentially a decent stopping point. She taps her phone and wipes an imaginary tear away from her eye. Yes, thank you. It wasn't so bad to get out of the house and spend time with someone else for once. My voice spews out of her device. Perfect. I'll play this anytime you're in one of those I'm right about this moods. Hey, delete that! I lunge for her, but she dodges. Absolutely not! I worked hard for this. I'll play this at your celebration of life. Lynn! Did you know that the game is free? Tony, the game's free, did you know? Okay. There we go. I'm gonna call it there. After our first day of successful dating. Such a cute game! Oh my god. Absolute delight. I loved it. That was wonderful. Go check it out. If you're watching here now live, it's in the pinned post. I'll leave it up in the pinned post while I do a bit of a break and shift over to the next game. If you're on YouTube, it's in the description. Go get it! It's cute. It's free. Why not? It doesn't have any reviews on Steam. Get it, play it, review it. It's really cute. It's lovely. But I have promised that I'm going to play more games today. So I'm going to go do that. Thank you all. I'll see you again in a sec.